consultant. I'm very, very glad to have her in the studio today because I think I'm going to get my image consultant upon today as well. Welcome to the studio, Puan Hajar. How are you today?
Hi, I'm very good. Thank you for having me, KG.
All right. So, a certified professional image consultant. Well, tell us about yourself and how do you do this? How do you become a certified professional image consultant?
All right. Thank you. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. My name is Puan Hajar. I am a certified professional image consultant. But actually, I started my career as a telecommunication engineer.
Oh, wow.
And 20 years ago.
20 years ago,
Yeah.
You look like you just got into the workforce though.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
So now what I do is I am focusing in educating people on how to boost their confidence, especially in their career. So by enhancing their professional image through your appearance, practicing their business etiquettes, and also improving their communication skill. So basically what I do is I conduct personal consultation session as well as training program to public, corporate companies as well as government agencies. So basically being an image consultant or professional image consultant is like you are helping people to present the best version of themselves. That is about it.
All right. So it's not exactly just appearance, right? You
Yep.
also said about business etiquette
Yep.
and also confidence and things
Yes.
like that. So it's like a whole package that they got.
Or correct.
All right. Now, the thing is, as you know, the world has changed. Women are now just as much in the workforce. It's almost a
Yes.
50-50 divide right
All
now.
right. Mm-hmm.
How important is personal image for women in professional and social settings?
Yeah, having a good personal image for a woman is very much important, whether you are in a professional setting or in a social setting. Let me share one experience of my own self. Yeah, I have no background in any fashion or beauty back then. I was a science student. I started my career as an engineer, but I still remember the moment those days I was struggling when it comes to my best dress and also when it comes to how to communicate very well at the workplace. So those days we have no formal education on this. So what I did was I observed how people do. I learned from others. I asked my superior, my friends, my colleague, and those days also I searched over the internet about what is professional image, and I found out that the content in the internet those days was scattered all over. It was not well structured. Until then, one fine day, I attend this professional image consultation certification program. It is an 8 days program. So at that program, then I realized that it is very crucial for us to always develop a positive first impression.
Always.
Right?
First
Always
impression.
first impression. We cannot go wrong with our first impression. We cannot have another second of impression. Not only that, we have to maintain it so that it will become a lasting impression. Right? Yeah.
Start strong, keep it strong.
Yeah, correct. Exactly.
All right. So, actually, but you started off as an engineer.
Yeah.
And now this is, we go off topic a bit.
Very, yeah.
You started off as an engineer,
Yeah.
but what actually made you want to jump into this whole being certified? I mean, you already understood image is important, but
Yes.
why did you even want to get certified? Was it something that you actually wanted to do,
Yeah.
or was there a path that suddenly just opened up to you?
Yeah, actually I started my career as an engineer, but only then I realized that I am not a technical person.
I think a lot of science students, our era, are like that. We all did science
Yeah.
stream, and we're like, huh.
Yeah, once we become an engineer, problems comes in and you don't know how to solve, and you don't like to solve that problem.
Yeah, not our type of problem.
Yes, then.
We are more creative compared to being technical.
Yeah, that's how it started, and then I started my journey with selling clothes, and then I took the certification purposely for me to advise my customer those days on how to choose your best clothes. But until then, I found another way of doing another job, another career as a certified professional image consultant. That is how it started, accidentally, not really well planned on that.
But look at you now, 20 years in the market already.
Yeah.
All right, so how important, in your opinion, is personal image for women? I'm sorry. How does improving one's image help boost self-confidence?
Yeah. Okay, for me, self-confidence is like the key of everything. Let's say you are an expert in this industry, or you have a powerful knowledge in certain area, but you are very shy to share with people. So you are not unsure how to speak up, how to deliver your expertise. So it is actually you are losing your golden chance, your opportunity to give impact to others, to give benefit to other peoples, and also to contribute to the society, because you have this less of self-confidence. So building up the image will help you to build your confidence, not only just seeing how people see you, your appearance. Remember, in building an image, it should comprise, so within these three elements. The formula is very easy to remember. To build an image, you need to have an A, B, and C.
Okay.
A is your appearance, B is your behavior, and C is your communication. A, B, and C.
Wow. So that's super easy to remember. ABC.
Yes.
And this once all three of this criterion gets together, you get your self-confidence.
Yes, but in two conditions, you need to invest your time. This image enhancement, it is not a magic kind of thing.
It's not
so
today you're like,
yeah, that one we call it as image makeover.
oh.
Yeah, that one overnight you can change.
Okay,
but
well.
for image enhancement, you require time and your effort to keep on experimenting, try new style, try new skill. Then slowly you will feel that you are more look better, and then you will feel you can behave more appropriately with people, and most importantly, you can communicate with people more effectively. Yes.
I like the fact that you also said behavior, because this is something that I think, especially in the current generation, is being overlooked. People think if I look good and I can speak well, nobody's going to care how I behave. Yeah, and we see a lot of that in the media nowadays, right?
Yes,
especially
correct.
artists who are not behaving well and all that. But unfortunately, that is detrimental to your image.
Yeah,
it takes a very big toll on your image.
Sure,
All right,
correct.
okay, Puan Hajar, we're going to take a short break,
Yeah.
and once we come back, we can also talk about alignment of image with personality, alignment with goals. Now, this is something that I really want to know about, because I think not only women can benefit from this. I think men like me.
Men also can. No
Men
problem.
also can. All right. We will be right back. W Talk, the power of women's image, with certified professional image consultant Puan Hajar. She's in the studio today. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome back. Wake Me Up when September ends. That is, what month is it? July. That's in 2 more months. But yeah, don't sleep till September, because today we've got an interesting topic. We're talking about the power of women's image. Puan Hajar is joining us today. She's a certified professional image consultant. Moving on from engineering into a rather creative field, someone who needs to work with the ABCs, which is appearance, behavior, and communications. And before we took a break, we also spoke about how improving one's image can help boost self-confidence and all that. But now we are going to talk about alignment. Alignment of image with personality and goals. Because this alignment is not similar for everyone, is it?
Correct.
So this is where you get hands-on. So tell us about that. How can women align their image with their creative, with their personality and goals?
Yeah. So this is a very fundamental in any of our personal consultation session. So we need to assess on our client's background. So the first question will always go like, what is your goal? What do you want to achieve by end of the session? And we need to assess their style, personality. So when it comes to the customer or client goals, some women come to us just for them to look more credible at work. But some, they wanted to improve their relationship with the spouses, with their partner. I also have one experience where I meet one lady, which she wanted to rebuild herself. She wanted to have a start fresh after a divorce. So the objective and the goals of every woman varies. Okay, that one is fine. Then number 2, we need to assess their style, personality, meaning to say your preference when it comes to styling. Some person, they love to have something that's very fast. They don't want to waste their time in front of the wardrobe. So I will advise them something that is very fast, very simple, but still giving an elegant look to the person. But some other women might the person that is very feminine, very girlish. They love to wear something very soft, very pastel color, pink, purple. Love so much of detailing, all the ruffle on the body.
Oh, we know someone like that.
Yeah? Yes.
We know someone like that.
So for someone like that, if the goal is for her to get more credibility at the work, so we will add more maturity element. We will add more bold color to her personality. So basically, we need to understand their goal first, and then we need to assess also their preference, so that during our image enhancements process, we are not changing the person. The person still remain their themselves, but somehow we elevate or we enhance a bit so that it will become a new person.
I like what you said. You take what they like,
Yep.
like for instance, someone who's feminine like pastel pink and all that, and then you tailor it to become something more mature for a corporate environment. That is tough, because sometimes you just don't find the connection there yet, but you're able to do that. That is so interesting.
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about mistakes. What are some common mistakes women make when it comes to their image?
Yeah, when we talk about mistake, can I just share my own mistakes previously?
Yes.
Because I found it's very relatable with most of my clients or the participants that we have met. Most of women normally gone through the same situation, right? The first mistake is we always buy clothes without knowing that piece of clothes is really suit for us or not. Right? So we have money. So once we have our salary, we say, okay, let's reward ourselves. So we just buy.
7-7 save,
7-7 or 5-5, whatever. So we just buy until our closet is full.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't think only women do that, because I do that.
Okay.
My closet is so full, I don't have space for clothes.
Yeah, even you have that kind of situation, you still have the feeling that, hey, I have nothing to wear lah.
I know.
How that comes?
I wear the same 4 shirts every time.
Even worse, the problem even worse when every purchase of this clothes is actually an investment. You are putting your money. So every investment should come with the return. So if your clothes, you are not knowing whether this clothes is suit for you or not, so it will not give an impact to you and to your personal life and to your career, like some more. So that is one problem or one mistake. And mistake number 2, we normally blindly following others. Okay, we see our friends, we see this celebrity, this influencer wearing very good outfit, then we immediately buy the same thing without thinking, without considering that most of us we are different. We have different body shape, we have different frame size, we have different style, personality. We have also different skin undertone. So if you are looking for someone that is very good in certain outfit, that might be not necessarily or suitable with us. So the idea is we need to understand ourselves, we assess ourselves, then we know which one is good for us. Then we are not doing the mistake over and over again.
Understood. I'm learning much from here. Time to go bakar my closet.
Don't bakar your closet.
I was actually going to make a joke. What are some common mistakes women make? Right? Don't listen to the husband.
Okay.
If you listen to the husband, there's a mistake about fashion. Well, I can hear you laughing. Oh my God. Right. So, how about currently? Are there any current fashion or image trends that you think is very empowering to women?
Yeah. Women currently is very empowered to their fashion. They are no longer blindly follow any other trend because we have so much of information over the internet, with the social media, with the AI some more. So we are free. We have the power to choose something that we are comfortable with, and we are confident wearing it. So now also I see growing in modest fashion. Right, so different situation from 5 or 10 years ago. We have very limited sources when it comes to modest fashion, and some more with the professional touch. So nowadays we have that kind, so many of choices. So women have the empowerment to choose something that is covered the skin, but still look stylish and still look professional. So they will feel more confident, feel more secure, but still following and respecting their personal values. So they have that kind of empowerment.
I mean, like maybe 5 to maybe 10 years ago, most of it was just for women who are looking for modest clothing. It was just baju kurung, different versions, different cut. That's all. But right now, I've seen sweaters, I've seen shirts. It's very interesting to see that it can be adapted to their own personal preference. All right. And how about for men? What do you think is the current men's fashion, if you would like to share?
For men's fashion, they are not as vast or as varies as women, because men's normally is the
it's
same.
The pants, the shirt, that's all.
That's all.
But any color that you think is in thing right now?
Currently is white and nude color. More of nude and white color. That is the color of.
Like beige.
Right, beige color, towards that color. We call it as a universal color.
Very neutral, huh?
Very neutral color.
Neutral earth.
Very good. Yes.
All right. What advice do you have for women who feel stuck? They feel stuck. They don't know where to move from their fashion sense. What do you do for them?
Yeah, I have experienced that. Even until now, there's time that sometimes I feel stuck in my fashion ride. So I share with you a few of my advice. First, always do a wardrobe check or wardrobe audit every 6 months.
Wow, professional.
We have audit also. So every 6 months or at least every year. Once a year, you audit your closet. So you remove things that you are not wearing, so that your closet, even though it's full, sometimes we cannot really see what we actually have in our closet. So that's why you end up wearing the same style, wearing the same shirt, because you cannot really see. So we need to do the audit very frequent, 6 months or at least once a year. All right, number one. Then number two, once you have done clean your wardrobe, so my advice is, let's do something that we call as capsule wardrobe. Capsule wardrobe, the idea is very simple. We have a limited essential pieces that we can do mix and match and have a different look. All right, very different. So let's say we have like 2 pants or 2 skirt, and then 3 blouses, and then 2 jacket, and then 1 or 2 scarf, for example. Then with this limited essential pieces, so our brain will become more creative to do the mix and match, so that you will not end up wearing this. You may wearing the same pieces, but you mix and match, then you have different styles. So you won't feel stuck or bored with your own fashion. All right. Then number 3. Have the courage to ask for help. All right, you don't necessarily hire an image consultant, even though that one is the best option. But still, you can get advice from your friends, from your sisters, from your spouse, from your office mates, and whatnot, to review on your current style. They can give you like 1 or 2 other new perspective. Sometimes we just need another eyes to see our own self. Right? So then don't afraid to change and do a small changes that can give a big impact. For example, you try new hijab styling, or you try a new accessory, new bracelet, new brooch, or new shoes. So that one's very small. Not necessarily you change the whole outfit, but still it give a big impact towards yourself, and most important is on your feeling.
And the cost is also minimal.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So seems like I need to do a wardrobe audit.
Wardrobe audit, huh?
Yeah. I mean, think about it, right? So my wardrobe is this big.
Okay.
Right? So each time I wear a shirt, it goes back in the same place. So each time I want to take something, I just reach for the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't go to the left, I don't go to the right, and all that. Yeah. So it's my wife will be laughing because she's much more organized than I am. My wardrobe looks like something exploded in it. Yep. Okay, Puan Hajar, we're going to take another short break. And once we come back, there's more to talk about. We're going to also talk about, especially this is very important for Malaysian women, because the way you approach image consulting for women from diverse cultural backgrounds.
Correct.
Because you can't deal with them the same way.
Okay.
All right, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. James Blunt, 1973, right on Tracks. James Blunt, 1973, right here on TRAXXfm, the power of women's image. But yeah, we're having fun talking in the background about the power of men's image as well. But that's a whole different topic. We'll have Puan Hajar come in for that sometime in the future. But today we talk about women. Right. Puan Hajar is our certified professional image consultant.
Okay.
Now, we're going to talk about diverse cultural backgrounds. As you know, Malaysia, you cannot tell how many different cultures are already intertwined, and especially the melting point of cultures, because I've seen Malay women try and use sari as inspiration for their baju kurung and all of that. It's interesting to see because the fashion in Malaysia is so wide. But how do you approach image consulting for this diverse cultural backgrounds?
Okay, for my practice, I always back to the basic. The first and foremost is always about the goal of this client. Always understand what is the purpose of the meeting, what is the purpose for them seeking service or advice from an image consultant. Even though this women come from different cultural background, different religious background and whatnot, so we always remember that these women have unique reason or needs why they wanted to see us. So I always work through that area. Then during the consultation, we always discuss openly. So I will always discuss something that is good for her and something that is not good for her. So during the consultation, we always have this kind of like a mutual agreement between myself and my client. So every advice, every suggestion, every proposal that I give to them, I will always ask, is this okay for you? Can you do this one? Are you comfortable with this one? Especially when the things involved with their personal preference, personal value, religious value and whatnot. So always tie with the goals and always have the mutual understanding with the client. Right. So in image consulting, we don't really like have strict guideline, strict rules. We only have the guideline on how to build a professional image or how to be more presentable. So my session we always within that area, and just to make sure my advice will always follow the guideline, and then appreciate ataupun respecting their personal values. And the most important thing is I meet the objective. Their early objective. There's
no single road to the objective.
Yep, no.
If you have to take a diversion here, you'll do it.
Yes.
All right.
As long as we reach the goal.
Have you? Okay, this is off topic also. Have you ever had a very tough client or not?
Yes, there's one client that came to me seek for a consultation to enhance, but they always like they don't want to change. But they wanted to see the image consultant, but when we advise, I cannot this one. I prefer this is my current way. So that one's quite challenging because image enhancement cannot be done if you have no action. You refuse to change. You don't want to take action. So we need to. I like to find like the easiest way. You can do very minimal. Just change a bit the color or the type of shoe. You change a bit only, just to make sure that there's an improvement. I think that is the toughest client that I have ever had.
A client who doesn't want to change but wants to change.
They come to see the image consultant.
That is so funny because like that's like me who likes only black jeans and black t-shirts going to you and saying that I want to look more presentable but I'm not changing what I'm wearing.
That's very tough.
Yeah, not going to happen. We are not Mark Zuckerberg. Can go add to any wardrobe. Right, I think we need to add here a lot of money can minus anything there. All right. So how can and earlier on you did say women come in many different shapes, many different sizes, many different styles. How can women dress for their body type while still expressing their personal style?
Yeah, during any image enhancement program, we always need to study their body shape for women or men. So only then we can advise what is the best style for her or for him. So first we need to assess their body shape. But my baseline is always like we need to appreciate our body shape, regardless the type of. Right? Whether you are pear shape, apple shape, rectangle, inverted triangle or hourglass, just embrace the shape first, and then we assess on their body size, frame size, whether you are petite size, small, medium or grand size. With these two information, then only we can advise what is the best style for her. Based on the guideline, we need to highlight their safe zone and minimize attention at their challenging area or danger zone. For example, one client having body shape pear. So pear shape, your safe zone is your upper body. So your danger zone is your hip and the below. So our advice will always be like, you can wear something in light color for your top, for your blouse, or for your scarf, and don't go for any bright color for your pants or skirt. You go for dark color, so that when people see you, people will visually or automatically see the lighter first, so the top area first. So when we wanted to relate with the style personality, like for example, this person is having a pear shape, and at the same time she has a dramatic style personality. Someone that love to wear something very bright, very outstanding prints, very lots of detailing.
Very loud
punya style. So my advice will always go like, if you are pear shape, so all your attention, all your detailing, you put it on upper area.
On the top.
Don't put the leopard stripe or whatnot in your skirt or in your pants. So that one will not, the image will not be like balanced when people see. So that's how we incorporate within the body shape and also the style personality of a person, so that this person, even though she is dramatic or romantic or natural, she will still remain themselves, but in a better way.
All right.
Okay.
And your final, we're actually at the end of our interview for today.
Yeah.
Before we end, what is your advice for women who wants to dress up and feel good about themselves?
Yeah. Nowadays, we have lots of information. We have abundance of information on how to dress well.
Pinterest.
We have Pinterest. We have lots of fashion apps. Even now, we have AI some more. But from my observation, all these matured women, normally they need someone expert. The confirmation statement, like, okay, this one is suit for you, this one is not good for you. So it is still okay for you to get the advice from the expert if you feel like not sure whether this one is my style or not.
But as you said, you need that confirmation, right?
Confirmation.
And none of these apps can do it for you.
Yeah,
you need like a human touch.
Yes, that is the reason. So they seek service or advice from the image consultant. But my final advice, always to the woman out there, always love yourself first. Okay, when you have your love yourself and then you take care of yourself, only then you can spread the positivity to the person around you. So the easiest way to love yourself is to always dress up and feel about you. Alright, so no matter life might be bring you, so always love yourself, dress up and feel good about yourself. I think that's all about it.
And this is also for men out there. Love yourself too, man. All right. And with that, we come to the end of W Talk. Thank you so much, Puan Hajar. You actually taught me a lot today.
Yes.
And time to get back into the fashion train. Yeah. Right, with that, it's about time we go on back with the music. We've got the news coming up at noon with Mr. Peter Carlos. And we will be right back. Today we spoke about the power of women's image with a certified professional image consultant, Puan Hajar. Don't go anywhere.
organization of the National Young Scientist Award, ASMN 2025. The nomination for ASMN 2025 will run until August 25. The nominations are open to Asian scientists under the age of 14 to 25 to be involved in the research champions or foreign news. Now, the man who admitted to shooting Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico is due to stand trial on terror charges on Tuesday, more than a year after the attack shocked several European countries. Nationalists scrambling friendly Fico was shot 4 times in close range after government in the Slovak mining town of Hajar back in May 15, 2024. He became seriously wanted at the scene in Iran in Singapore. 72-year-old Pope who activated to shoot with the intention of to warn him, but not to kill him, is facing up to life in prison if convicted. Meanwhile, nearly 5 decades after he was born in a dictatorship-era detention center and snatched from his mother, a Buenos Aires man has become the 140th person identified as one of the Argentina's hundreds of stolen grand children. A DNA test confirmed the birth identity of the 48-year-old used by the grandmothers of Plaza de Mayo activist group Monday, similarly as the grandchild number 140. The group has worked for decades to trace the whereabouts of young activist women who were arrested here by and then dealt with these in violence worked several new bases including the National the National Sepak Takraw head coach Ahmad Drais Baharun said the list of players has already been submitted to the Sepak Takraw Association in Malaysia. It will find list of players so it is KG.
Yeah, Elstein's, Elstein. Very good. This one really Elstein's voice, How are you, Mr. Peter Carlos? Missed you a couple of days. You're not around. Oh, not roster. Because I thought you were like off again. Yeah, because the other day I heard someone, I think Ida was doing a double shift. It's usually you with the double shift. What? No, oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I'll catch you back at 1.
Alright, brother man.
Bye boy.
Bye.
Alright. That was the Mr. Man. That was the man himself, Mr. Peter Carlos, with the news at noon. He's gonna be back at 1. This hour, great music lineup. All from the